Hey there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I am planning to do a morning thoughts episode because it's just turned midnight, like the next day, new day. And I've already finished a video list for summer nights or something like that. Please check it out if you want to. But I would like to talk about fragrances, but not exactly about reviews or perfumes per se, but related matter. Okay. So first topic I would like to say, how are you doing? How you doing? Joey would say. Hopefully, you're doing good. And thanks for watching. Thanks for encouraging me. I stay very busy with all my work. I am running 4 platforms at the same time, and I work 24/7 with fragrances. This is my line of work. And I've been doing this since 2016. Um, I would say professionally, not really 2016. I was doing my reviews and all that, but I got serious about fragrance in 2017, opened a page, and I'm working with fragrances. So far, so good. And I reviewed quite a few fragrances on my channel. And in the process, I started having a page. I have a fan following group and Decant page and a marketplace in Bangladesh, which is just for Bangladesh. So I manage all that. A lot of members nowadays, a lot of engagement. So I stay busy with those and I do deliveries as well. One man army. That's what I am. So sometimes, I'm not really there. I miss a couple of days of reviews, which, it's not nice. I should be doing like Ross Carlos, he is like my man, he is the guy who has beast mode energy. So thank you so much, Ross, for all your awesome reviews and motivational uh, like workouts and all that. You will really inspire us. Like many other channels really inspire us. I really think some of the reviewers are just great and they're really dedicated. So first part is gone. So let's talk about the topics I want to talk about. Very important, I would think. First thing is what kind of fragrances you should be looking at. Okay. And then we'll go the reviewers, and then we'll go third part would be sellers. Which reviewer you should follow and which sellers should you support, or where should you buy fragrances from. So some of you are new, and then sometimes you're confused, and I get a lot of questions like, Joy, you do kind of fragrance reviews, you say everything is good. Okay, how's that possible? So fragrances, first of all, it's a hobby. Okay, it's something that you find passion in. Or I know many people, they were lost, they had gone through some dark times, sad times, and fragrances help them. Reviewing help them heal, or sort of like feel better. A lot of people say it works like therapy, right? So they people come from different backgrounds. I come from Bangladesh. I stayed overseas for a while, so I'm kind of like hybrid. Okay, I do not even know. Sometimes I get lost. Am I universal citizen, or I'm just like from Bangladesh? I don't know. But when you do your perfumes, when you pick them up, you should understand everybody is different from each other. That's one of the special qualities that human beings possess. Like when I say I like blue, it not necessarily you're gonna like the color blue. So if I like say sushi, you're not gonna like sushi. Perhaps you'll get a fishy smell, seaweed. You don't like it, but I do. But so similar way, fragrances. When you get into the game, it's not necessarily you're gonna like all the niche stuff people recommend, or necessarily all the Middle Eastern oud. Some people are big fan of food, some people are not. Okay, so you see like there are like a lot of polarizing opinions, and it will get you confused. I would say my humble suggestion, what I learned from my journey, try to have open mind. Okay, what I mean by open mind, try everything. When you go to market, if you see certain bottle doesn't interest you, and you like always stay away from that counter or that particular house, don't do it. Okay, why? My humble request, because when you see Fragrantica, people sometimes write things out of boredom. Like they're just like good for nothing. They're just like review fragrance before they're released. It's ridiculous, right? So when you read those, and sometimes people get affected so much, like, oh, some people got stars, like 7 stars or something, for saying this fragrance is gonna be crap, which is not necessarily the case. Perhaps you'd like it. Just because he didn't like it, he's in a different part of journey than you, and maybe he doesn't like designer fragrance because he's a niche snob. You never know. So I would say go to the mall, go around, don't let people choose your fragrances, and don't let people tell you should not wear that, you should wear a Zerjov. Who wears a Versace, who wears this? A lot of times you hear this, and you just to gain respect, you spend thousands of dollars for no reason. It happens a lot in Bangladesh. Some groups, they'll be like encouraging you, hey, you're still wearing that basic, bro. You see, there's no such thing, man. There's like no such thing as graduation. You wear what you like. Perhaps you like something very dark, very uber niche. Some people just like simple Versace Forum, right? So you rock what you like. Okay, that's my first point. You go out there, you spray. Let's say you like CK Reveal, you like CK One. Great, because that suits you. That makes you happy. right? If you like Aqua di Gio, rock Aqua di Gio. Who cares what people think? Okay, so that's first thing. Second thing is I'll talk about reviewers. I get a lot of questions like just now I was mentioning that some reviewer, some people say, of course, it's not possible to get 100% positive feedback. Some of the groups, one guy said he always does positive reviews, and one guy says he always hates his country and he always talk bad about his country. That's why I don't like him. See, a lot of criticisms. I do get it, and I'm open to it because I don't mind. Of course, if you are out there in social media, people will watch you. Sometimes they will like you, sometimes they will not. Perhaps they will not like the country that you're from. Maybe they are from a country where, like in general, that country is being hated or something. It happens, okay? And it's just normal. It's okay, fine. It's no problem. If I cannot satisfy, if I cannot satisfy everybody, it doesn't mean that I'm doing bad work. But in general, I think I get positive response on most part. People defend me. So I'll tell you why I find everything good is that you should understand one thing. Don't be too quick to judge one thing, because I do my work according to my convenience or my liking. I buy fragrances based on my liking. I have a page. I have Decant page, so I cannot get anything and everything. I used to buy every month 30, 40 fragrances for page for myself. I reduced it. This month I did not even buy 8 fragrances. Okay. Last month I bought 7. Okay. I reduced by significant numbers. The reason being, it's not possible to review everything by buying. Okay. You should understand from a reviewer's perspective. Sometimes it's helpful if you go to a shop. Sometimes I go to a shop, I do multiple reviews. I put effort. I try my best to be honest, but it's up to you if you want to believe or not. If you think my review is honest, you can follow it, you can try it, but never blind buy. Okay. So how do you watch reviews? Reviews just reference points. You don't like my review, you don't understand what I'm saying, or you like someone from America or UK, you find them, you want to follow them, and you can be as like, how to say, fan. Great. Every reviewer is great because they have their own style. The way they explain fragrance are different. Some people have better nose, some people are really expert with ingredients, some people actually were chemists and they get chance to work with some great perfumers and stuff. So you learn a lot of things. I'm not that experienced. I just give you my customer's point of view. Like when I use a fragrance, I give you my feedback. What was it like from my country perspective? So watch whoever you find trustworthy. Second of all, watch someone who's giving you real content instead of just crap. Like they talk about a lot of things. There's so many bling blings and too much jokes, too much attempt to be funny, but they are not. But actually, they don't talk about fragrances. They just talk about, hey, women like this. You wanna get women's, number, or you wanna sleep with them or something. You get this fragrance. That's not the point. I mean, if you can, perhaps good for you. But fragrances do not help you to get women. That's just a myth, and it's not. There's a thing called panty droppers and stuff, and this is just BS. Okay, so fragrances are a beautiful thing. It's something to do with art. It's fine, if you like fine dining, if you like going out, dressing up, or traveling, fragrance is part of that culture. I find fragrances very high class things. Not everybody wear fragrances, not everybody understand fragrances. So if you have a good taste, and if you find someone like Sebastian Zara, absolute class, master class. If you find Nikhil Bhai from India, perfume guru, these are our how do you say, these are like Greek columns or something. They are like gods, in fragrance world. Like Mark Robes '08, so Stevens, Max 40, these are our superstars, right? If you find any of their reviews, please follow them, and check out what they say, and then try a fragrance out. You'll learn a lot. Okay, so that's reviewers. Third point and last point I want to talk about is sellers. Who should you buy fragrances from? And I don't know which country has what culture. I can only tell you about my culture and Asian culture. In our side, it's a bit different. We don't have retail stores like you, like Malaysia, India, Singapore, Indonesia, they have. But Bangladesh, we don't have any retail store like Chanel boutique, Dior boutique. We don't have that. So we have certain particular sellers who bring from Dubai on most part, and they bring on most part genuine fragrances, but their prices vary. So the tricky part is, I asked this in Fragcomm Bangladesh today, that why do you think sellers are giving inbox me for price? And that is one of my most hated things. I since the beginning, I like pages which mention prices, high or low, doesn't matter. When you see a price, then you know, okay, this page is giving me 5,000 taka. This is like around $50 or $500. No, $50. Yeah. So let's say you are getting something for $50. Okay, and you know the price. Oh, okay, that page. Like we have one page called Fragrance BD. They are doing website. I don't have a shop, but it's online basis. But all the system is so good, If something is sold out, it will show stock out, and the prices are mentioned. If they have a discount or season offer, it will also show. So it's nice to shop from there because you know what you're dealing with. But most sellers at some point, they just go inbox me, and there are multiple reasons for it. It's because some of the sellers are victim. Because when a new seller comes, let's say he posted a price, and imagine he's importing and he's giving fair pricing. Some of the other sellers, what they will do, they will pick up that price and they'll give like let's say it was $55, they'll say I'm selling for 50 or 49.999, and then they will actually turn the customers away to their page just to because they're greedy and they're just evil and they want to destroy someone's business, they want to steal their customer. And sometimes they knock, hey, I have it cheaper. And in the process, why it's bad is that these people are cutting their own profits. Like it's sort of like you're chopping off your own leg to make someone else look bad. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Because why I give that example, later they will also want to have profit and they will increase the price, and then people will move away from them. So in the process, people got harmed, and the business got a little bit hampered because the price, once it falls, people would not like to buy it again in the higher price. That's just not possible. So some sites I know very horrible, in Bangladesh. What they do, let's say they saw a page is selling fragrance for say $65, okay, and then they will put the same fragrance like for $45 on the site, but they don't have it in the stock. So what they do basically is that they tell customers, I can give you cheap, but they don't have the stock. They'll never have the stock, but they will make those fragrance lovers who are going to buy their fragrance, they will decide like, no, not going to buy it because it can be had for cheap. So people's mentality is like that, and then they sort of like, fall for that. Okay. In that process, it hampers business, it hampers the whole process because it's whole customers, let's say buyers, sellers, the products. If people don't buy stuff, they don't support an industry, it dies slowly. Many things happen. I'm not going to say fragrance industry is going to die, but it's possible with all the war that's happening, all the crisis going on everywhere, UK, Australia, States, all the country. People are telling me, man, the fragrance gone expensive, clothing gone expensive, food, we have shortage of this and that, fuel, gas is expensive. So in that way, like if we do not stick together, if we do not support good people. So my suggestion, my 2 cents in the end, which seller you should support? First of all, honest sellers. Why honest sellers? Because honest sellers will, even if they increase the price, they'll give you sort of like an explanation, or like, this is my reasoning because my import charges are higher, and then let's say the prices overseas have gone higher, currency is higher, so we have to pay more, we have no other option. So if you want to buy it, you buy it, otherwise I'm sorry, sir. Okay, so they give you the honest take. But some people take advantage, so they never ever pay real, they put real prices. They will say, hey, I'm giving you cheap when the others are giving expensive. And what they do is they don't mention the price straight away. They will manipulate somehow the customers, and they will make actually more profit than giving discounts. This is happening because people do not bother to check, because they trust, right? So I would always say, please check with other sellers. Honest sellers are good, but also check prices in other shops. Perhaps your regular boutique, which are selling retail, you never know, maybe they have a Christmas sale going on, you can get it for 40% off, which is not even cheaper than the retailers, or resellers, okay, or wholesalers, or perhaps discounted sites, right? So always look for a good deal. Whenever you get a good deal, you feel good. And lastly, I would say, if you're going to get some niche fragrances or discontinued fragrances, always look for pages where they have a trade page, like Perfume Marketplace Bangladesh, we have a page. So people sometimes sell off because they need urgent cash. Look for good deals on those fragrances, okay? Then you will get chance to buy. But make sure you do not wait too long. That's a big mistake we make sometimes. Hey, I'm gonna wait, like, see until tomorrow, I'll read some reviews. By the time you go there, it's sold, and then you get sad, you never buy it again, right? So so make sure, like, as a consumer, you be smart, alert, also support good people, honest sellers who have been serving you so many years, and they actually never did anything like cheap tricks with you. So always respect that. If they go through some hard time, go to the shop, and support them so they can survive. If they can survive, you'll always get good quality products in rotation, right? Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I could make some sense, and I always like to share my 2 cents when I think of these things. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.